Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I don't know if you know this or if you remember, but Zelensky, on his way back from Turkey, he stopped in a surprised stop, I would say, at Snake Island in the Black Sea. Now, I know that he might not have stopped with his airplane over there because there's no way to stop with an airplane on the Snake Island in the Black Sea, but he stopped. There are some pictures showing him over there. Now, the Russians bombed the Snake Island after about, a week after he landed over there. They dropped a high explosive bomb on the island. What does that mean? And let me show you the article and some pictures of the island and the geographical location of the island to show you how strategically important that is. And I will give you the history of what happened to it. So let's go to the article first. The article comes from Ukrainska Pravda. It is from today, July 13, 2023. Russian drop high explosive bomb on Zmini Island at dawn. So this is just one little thing over there. So let's see where this is. So this is the way it looks. A little piece of rock. No trees, nothing. Very small, as you can tell by the dock and by the buildings here. Very small island, but you can put some air defense systems over there, that's for sure. But it's very small. One or two big explosive will sink it. And where it's that located, so this is the Black Sea. This is the part of Romania right here. This is the island. So it's very close to the Romanian border. This is Ukraine here. This is Odessa. This is the Crimean Peninsula. I will give you another map, a bigger map, so you see like this. So it's right here. So what you see in this little map here, it's this little Danube flows into the sea, the Black Sea right here. So this border is right here. So this is where the island is, where my little hand, my strong hand is right here. So that's where it was hit. So let's go to the, so this is how it looks. This is where it's at, very close to Romania. And at the beginning of the Ukraine war, the Russians came over here and took over in the first, 10 days or so. If you remember, that was that lie that the Ukrainian guards located on the island, said fuck you and so on, which they did, but then they came out and surrendered. The media here lied that they were all killed, and they made out of them, heroes and all that. And after 2 months, they were exchanged back to the Ukrainians. Why? Because the Russians captured them. They came out. They could have fought, but no, they came out. See, are we coming out now, friends? Okay, don't. And then they were, so anyway, and then the Russians put over there some batteries, and then the Ukrainians bombed them, and the Russians says, you know what, let's get out. So the Russians got out, the Ukrainians came back in, and now the Russians are hitting them. Well, I think that could be left alone if it's such an easy target for both sides, but we'll see. So let's go to the article and see what these guys report. At dawn on July 13th, Russian forces dropped a high explosive bomb on the Zmini Snake Island. At dawn, with the use of tactical aircraft, the enemy attacked Zmini Snake Island by dropping a high explosive aerial bomb. The Russians continued to use tactical aircraft in Berislav district. In particular, on Wednesday, the settlements of Kozatske was attacked with guided aerial bombs. In total, more than 70 artillery attacks were recorded during the past 24 hours, using more than 460 shells. So that's it with the island, with this fantastic target right here. Only snakes, grass, and humans at time. This is the location. So, why was that done now? Was it done because there's something over there? I don't think it's anything over there. I didn't hear of any deployment of any air defense systems on the island. Or if it was, I can't remember exactly if it had any success in doing anything. But nevertheless, to me, I'm going to use now Reznikov's brain, which it hurts, could be just a symbolistic attack, which is a message. Zelensky was over there, we could have blown him up if we wanted. The problem is, you might say, well, they didn't know he was over there. I guarantee you, they knew he was over there, and I suspect the Ukrainians also informed, hey, we're here. I'm getting there where I think that certain things are very much agreed upon. After the attack on Kremlin with those drones and supposedly an attempt to assassinate Putin, that would have entitled the Russians to go after Zelensky, and they didn't. Kind of surprising, but still, why? I don't buy the thing. They don't know where he's at. They can't find him. They can't destroy him. I don't buy that one. All right, that's for sure. So then the other alternative is what? They don't want to do it. Why don't they want to do it? Why wouldn't they do it? What did they get in return? Do they want to have a moral higher ground, saying, hey, you tried to assassinate our leader, but we're not going to go to that point? In a war, I don't think you do that. Now, Putin promised the Israeli Bennett, Prime Minister of Israel, it was in March, the early March, beginning of March, I think that's how it was, beginning of March 2022, so last year, when Bennett visited Putin, and Putin promised on 2 occasions, because Bennett was pushing him, come on, don't kill this guy, don't kill this guy. Okay, I'm not going to do this. And then Bennett, if you remember, according to Bennett, the former Prime Minister of Israel, in an interview, 4-hour interview he had, I made a video on that as well, he called from the airport, flying out of Moscow, he called Zelensky and told Zelensky, it's very strange how he had direct contact from Moscow with Zelensky. Very strange. And he called Zelensky and said that, don't worry, Zelensky, by the way, was in a bunker. So how in the hell this guy had, from the airport, this kind of connection to speak with Zelensky right there? I mean, even if someone calls me right here, I might not answer, busy with doing something, or simply ignore the number. Or maybe you can't, come through all this. Bennett did. The other guy supposedly spoke with Bennett, according to Bennett, the former Prime Minister of Israel, and said, yeah, Putin said he's not going to kill you. He's not going to assassinate you. And reportedly, reported by Bennett, Zelensky asked, are you sure? Are you sure? And this guy says, 100%, he promised me. And then in 2 hours, again, according to Bennett, Zelensky came out of the bunker where he was until then, and came out and televised, and he said, we're not afraid. Now, that's a weasel move, but anyway. So I don't think they want to kill this guy for many reasons. We'll find out after the war is over and people are allowed to give us the information. They have it now. They have the information. They're not authorized to give it to us yet. And I'm not talking about military information. There are probably people over there in the media, and not only elites, that they know what's going on. But we are not authorized to know yet, because we're dumbasses, according to them. So here is, my friends, I think that was like a signal in a way that, hey, we could have blown this guy up. Well, we didn't. Otherwise, what other could be the reason? On the other hand, whomever claims, they didn't know he's going to go to the Snake Island. Well, maybe they didn't, but I guarantee you they did. But anyway, let's say they didn't. The guy was flying for Istanbul. Can you check where Istanbul is? He was flying back. Which way? He was going what? Over Bulgaria, Romania, and then go to Odessa, or go straight up to Kiev. Is that how he went? All these things are intercepted when the airplane goes up, when the airplane lands. Where do you think the airplane landed? Zelensky's airplane. It did not land in Kiev. It landed somewhere in the area. And then he was picked up by a helicopter and then flew to the island. Do you think that these guys did not? No, at all? Okay, then. All right, then. I guess that's a lot of books to read around there. And not only. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.